What's going on, YouTube? Earth Power here, bringing you another deck profile. Today, CVH and Swan.
Hi.
Featuring
Pegasus.
Yes, it's
which is awesome.
Light Nature or a Pegasus avatar or something. I don't know. It's cool.
It's this thing. It's great.
We're gonna get right into it.
We'll talk about it later. At the end, I guess. Or at the beginning. Why not?
Do it at the beginning.
Yeah. Alright, so, or Pegasus.
Avatar of Life.
Yes. It evolves off of Angel Commands and Horn Beasts, so we have to have plenty of bait for that in this deck, and we run Innocent Hunter as well, which we'll talk about later. But Aura Pegasus is just this like giant beat stick triple breaker that'll evolve with these two things, and whenever it swings or leaves the field, you flip the top card of your deck, and if it's a creature, you get to summon it, which is really...
If it's a non-evolution creature.
Non-evolution creature. It's really, really excellent. So
and if it's not an evolution, if it's not a creature you can summon, it goes to your hand, so it's still like a +1 at least.
So draw a card or summon a creature. Pretty great. It doesn't really come out every duel, which is interesting with this deck. But
it's coming out recently. I don't know.
It's been coming out recently. Last night it didn't, but that's okay. So we'll keep moving along. So for light we have 2 emerald grasses, which are just like Sarius, only they're emerald grasses and have cooler art, which is fun. And then we have 2 Sariuses because we wanted to be silly, I guess. And
4 chump blockers.
4 chump blockers because they're there. And then we have 2 Palas.
Is that your only 2 drops?
Yeah. And 2 Palas to power things up, and everything's already huge in this deck, so it just makes things unkillable.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Protects Innocent Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Protects Innocent Hunter, which never sees play.
It's fine.
That's alright. Then we have 4 Magris, because he's the only draw card in the whole deck. And
pretty great.
Play it, draw card, pretty great. We have Kolon as a trigger and to tap things that are threats.
Everything's huge, so we can kill a lot, as you'll see.
As evidenced,
How many Kolon?
3. And as evidenced by huge things, we have 3 of Valkyer. Yeah, Valkyer. Basically just 5 mana, 7,000 power, huge blocker, and Angel Command, so we evolve off of him often. And then we have Urth, who's great, and also an Angel Command, 6 for 6,000, huge double breaker because he untaps after he attacks.
Yep.
So you basically can't swing on him, you have to use removal on him, Terra Pit or APOC, something like that.
And it's great to flip off the top with Pegasus when you get him
He's
out.
like, oh, I got another swing thing. It's great.
I did that once. I think I lost that one anyway.
And I lost it anyway.
Yeah.
But then we have 3 Holy Awe because they set up win conditions, as we've said before. Pretty much a staple. Use it. Yeah. Moving on to Nature, which is the only other civ we have in the deck. We have 3 Bronze Arms to keep mana accelerated and get the Pegasus out early. And all the Horn Beasts and Angel Commands are expensive, so you need to accelerate past 3 mana really fast. Again, you only have 4 2-drops, so keep going past 3rd turn. We haven't really tested this deck against
Rush. It puts up the 5th turn Valkyer, which is nice.
Yeah, so we'll see. We have 2 Rumbling Terahorns because they search creatures, including Pegasus, and our Horn Beasts themselves, which is great. So you can play it and then search Pegasus and evolve it right there, which is awesome. Then we have 3 Innocent Hunter Blade of All, who looks sweet. And
you shiny one, so yeah, I got like a lot.
You can essentially evolve anything you want off of it, which is great. So it can be any
it counts as 1 evolution bait.
Race that you want, so it can work as an Angel Command or Horn Beast, whichever we need at the time.
It's cool because if you go 3rd turn Horn Beast, Glitalis guy, then you go 4th turn this, it's already Pegasus bait. Pela protects it, and then you can just play whatever other bait you have. I mean, it doesn't really help. Hasn't helped too much so far, but
yeah,
it'll come into play. Theory, it helps a lot.
Yeah. So we have 4 Soulswaps because they get out all that big bait. Again, they work great with Rumbling Terahorn. They're awesome to get out the really huge creatures that we have. And last we have 4 Spectral Horn because they are Horn Beasts and quite cheap.
Yep.
And
really hard to get rid of.
Huge.
So on the 3rd turn, it's pretty big.
So they're not fire creatures, so Taj can't really get rid of them. And you know, kind of giant beat stick things to hammer into shields.
Very solid 3rd turn
late
play.
or early game. Get past chump blockers.
Solid bait that's gonna stick around for a while.
Yeah. So that's about it. You know.
40 cards.
Yeah.
Really
40
streamlined
cards.
deck. So you
can you got it down to 40.
Yeah.
So was it? Wait, let me check.
That's a solid 40.
Keep talking.
Keep talking. It's worked well so far. We've had a little bit of problems with actually getting Pegasus out, which has been interesting because the deck has been winning anyway.
Yeah, it wins when it doesn't get Pegasus.
Yeah, because you just get Urth out and you're like, I'm gonna break 2 shields now,
It's
and
40.
just keep swinging with Magrises and Spectral Horns until you win. And Soulswap answers almost everything.
Because almost everything you summon has more than 3,000 power.
Yeah,
And thanks to Payload, it only gets bigger on their turn.
really, really hard to get rid of all the time. So it's an interesting build, and we'll see if it gets more consistent with more play.
Yep.
And you know, it's still in the early stages of testing, kind of like Starmid was after the first build. And we'll keep trying to.
That was an interesting match. Too bad we didn't record that one.
Yeah. So maybe we'll record that later. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, let us know if you liked it. Any suggestions from you guys? Always appreciate it. And like, comment, subscribe. Give us that big thumbs up if you like the video. And I guess we'll see you next time. From Earth Power.
SCVH.
And Swan.
I'll see you later. Peace, YouTube.
Swag!